Thokozani Bo. I go by Baba. We've had some technical difficulties, as per usual, especially when we have these topics. All right. So I have had a few messages from some guests. Are still going to be trickling in. Live on YouTube. I do go by Baba Lex. I am an initiated Zulu. They call it man. Okay. And this initiation came from a calling within initially. And then I followed that there. Further to then continue. Okay. Interesting. Thokoza. Mahalo. Aloha. That is 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗 𝘃𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗. The Lighthouse Portal. Joining us, she's all the way in Hawaii. Beautiful, beautiful. We have the equal opposite time zones. Beautiful. Please just let me know. It is wonderful. We've had difficulties joining once again, guys. So we're just going to be doing some housekeeping before we kick in and jump in. I'm going to be turning these notifications. They're running rampant. Beautiful. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm just respond to it this stage because yeah. Mic check 1, check 1, 2. Okay. Boom. All right. Okay, it's a bit glitchy and a bit choppy. It's gonna allow some beings to trickle in. It's not even giving me the correct information here. Just for those of you who are wondering, it's quite wild. So came from some training now. Training today in Johannesburg. It rained. Okay, so joining. Just let me know where you're joining from. You know how your is. Okay, it looks like we better. Yes, Thokoza. Let me know how the weather is. Let me know about your anomalies, if anything. Thank you for being here with us. We're with the topic at hand, which is beautiful. But before we get there, all of y'all Busisos. Busiso. Wow, there's that story which we'll tap into here just into current news here, Mzansi, South Africa. Okay. Besides me being a shaman or a sangoma initiated, I'm a holistic health coach. Okay, that's mind, body, pretty much in some teachings they call it the Trinity. Now we're going to stay away from things which have a belief. Okay, as you know, if you're familiar with some of the teachings already, but this is just common sense as well. Just write it down. So we're not coming from up here, other people's wishes, beliefs, blah, blah, blah. We're coming from apples and apples. Strawberry. Okay. We're on the same foundation. So also here, what I like to do is I like to give us where it came from. What are we even dealing with? Those are the questions which we ask as children. Why? Shh. See, this is imperative that those questions which you asked as a child, you be able to ask those in earnest, but for yourself and yourselves in order to ascend. Okay, you must be able to in an adult's body, in an adult's vessel, so that you ask yourself the correct questions, so that you can begin to solve the correct problems. Because once again, we're roaming around doing nothing, no thing. Okay, but when you're nowhere, shift that spell or your consciousness. You always enter at a place where you are, but if you're not balanced, where are you? You know, okay. Whoops. Okay, trying to past. What is this? This is known as depression. If you would like to just is that, but it's not the, but it looks like it takes form as depression. But if you break down that spell, deep rest, deep rest. Right. You see how now our society tells us to neglect rest. You rest, you're lazy. You rest, you're tired. When in actual fact, in my upcoming first book of teachings, 1 of 3, the Law of Attunement Teachings, Luciferian false light programming in society, whatever it is, here's some nice, healthy blah blah. Cool, cool. Or it's process from sun energy to ground or plant or whatever the case, then extracted, then chopped up, then chopped up, then chopped up, then chopped up, then till your plate. For educational purposes only. I do not, because I had to begin to ask myself the correct questions. Okay, we're going to get into this nicely. I just wanted a few beings to trickle in. I really appreciate love, because we're shifting our spells. Okay, our spells into ourselves. This is also highlighted in the Law of Attunement, book 1. It's a foundational, but also you can play with consciousness, which is playing with yourself. Not that play, because we're shifting from the bottom 3 chakras. Okay, we're not playing childish game with ourselves, pushing all the way up. 33. Okay, that's wonderful, glorious. Jacob's ladder, you then begin to be able to revitalize and the tissue, each and everything you're able to affect and effect, because you're the cause. Cause is your consciousness, your free will, and your intention. What is my intention? Okay, because remember, Hebrew, Mayim, meaning water. Ori, light. Information in light. Wow. Percent water. That's glorious if you ask me. But now then what? Baba Lex, what now? Beautiful question. Okay. Q&A is going to be at the end. If you have questions, please write them down. I don't know if I have a moderator here. What up, Keaton? What up, Tim? Man, yes. My network is bad. Yeah, man. You see, when we speak these frequencies, it tends to just be wild. But you know what you can do for me, man? Please just hit a like and try. It's crazy, but we're here nonetheless, right? I'm gonna try and go with my energy and my delivery, because I also have a tendency. Okay, we are attuned for waters. Cool. Let me also burn some sage. learn and maybe do some research, or you want to save this for a replay because you will watch this over and over. Hopefully this signal is going to stabilize. Thank you for letting me know. This is just some nice sage. Just to this negative energy, it's everywhere. I'm going to speak about it also now. Just started raining, so there's some wild outside, man. As we know, we are shifting into the age of Aquarius. Wow. Yeah. So right. Let's see who's in here. Lovely, Anela. Sounds good. Let's just quickly. Let's get stuck in, okay? I just do have things I want to tap into. Structured water, glorious. All right, so without further ado, let us begin. For those of you who are not used to lectures, you must be hungry for the wisdom, because over here, layers. All right, it gets really. But first, you must know thyself. Okay, you don't even know what you are. You have no idea. Hi, please share, please like. We are getting the teachings of my upcoming book, The Law of Attunement Teachings. Book is independently written, independently published, and this has been about 5 years coming. Cells, if you are 70 to 90% or liquid structured, then this applies to you. All right, it doesn't need to be available. If you, I named it, or it was named the Law of Attunement, is because it's attuning to your own waters. See, to your own waters, you begin to mark things like junk. Okay, you tap into things like ancestral process. Okay, you begin to be able to heal those ancestral traumas. Okay, there's a lot of things that take place in terms of isiZulu, in terms of how I here, and okay, because we all have series of environment. Okay, mother entered in the Egyptian Ankh. All right, the womb, plane, horizon, Horus, hours. All right, 12 apostles. Okay, those are stories, they allegories, they all of the above, and they also represent the trip that you take or takes place within you. refer to it as Kundalini. Yes, okay. But this speaks to your Jacob's ladder, 3, which is your vertebrae. All right, simple. So also the law of attunement simplifies things because once again, once you know thyself, what else is complicated? Okay, what's complicated is you. You are a multidimensional bio solar sono luminescent carbon crystalline being. Wow. Sheesh. It's gorgeous. Let me say that one more again. You are a multi-dimensional bio solar sono luminescent carbon crystalline being. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. As opposed to human. Although not every being is the same, not every being walking is the same. This is for educational purposes only, okay? And once again, all the information you get here, you go and do your own research, all right? However, when it comes to my book, The Law of Attunement, you'll be able to cross-reference because I am the cross-reference. And I've done all of that for you, okay? So look out for that in January. The support will be amazing. It's all going to be independent. No mass productions, no whatever the case may be. But once again, these teachings are a part of your design, your attunement. Okay, you think radio station 5 FM. Turn it up, you know, whatever the case may be. That is you being able and capable to tune into frequencies, sounds, colors. Okay, this is multi-dimensions. Remember what I just said you are? Okay, some of us, maybe all of you, have to figure that out for yourself. You must be able to attune. Okay, so the law of attunement teachings allow you, the beans, as I like to refer to them, as not keys, so that you can go and know your beanstalk, Jack and Jane. All right, whatever it is within you that it is, that shall be, and that must, and that can, and that what is, right? Because you're here now. You're not there. You're not yesterday. You're not trying. You're not will. You are being in its own sense. Mwah, essence, right? Simple. Once again, you got to be able and capable to decipher spells. Remember, this beast language they call English. Number one is a splice of Latin, this, blah, blah, Greek, boom, boom. So it's of. So it's designed by a designer. Interesting. Yes. Take heed, right? So that means that designer has a purpose. What is this purpose? The law of attunement explains this, okay? Please, first focus on the self and the cells. Glorious. Because once you do that, and you focused on the self and the cells, you have a crystal clear clarity, which is a knowing. We're moving from the age of Pisces to fish. Jesus turned water to wine. Hey, you walk on water. Hey, let's go. He said, you too shall do this. Apparently, right? There's those of you who watch all of these superhero shows. Okay, hit some of them in the comments there, to whatever the case may be. But once again, how do you attune to that? Because they don't put things in movies. By this point, we should know. Baba Lex, you're onto something. Duh. Of course, right? How do you attune to such? Number one, you must qualify because that power is dangerous, right? It's like giving a baby a loaded gun. Here you go, baby. Play with that. Who does that? That's wild. However, the programming is so deep that there's beings who would give a loaded gun to a baby. So be careful out there. See, you got to know where you're at. But first, what are you? What's happening? Right? All of this energy is happening recently now. around this full moon. This is why we fast over the full moon. My fast is now going to make sense to those of you who were like, wow, that's kind of crazy, because it attunes to your emotions. Water, the element, governs emotions, energy in motion. Simple. As you govern your elemental alchemy of water, right, you begin to control, not control, right, because that is patriarchal. Okay, so it's also parasitical, right? That is the program, as I said in my series Master of November, that in the programs they will override your common sense, because your guts are where you have willpower. You create willpower from your guts. That is glorious, of course. And your courage. Hence why a lot of you program yourself with Mickey D's or whatever the case may be, just something, whatever. And then guess what? Boom. Your design by default, okay, is off key because your waters are imbalanced. Hey, whoa, 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 steady, steady, steady. See? As your waters begin to balance, your emotions begin to balance. Ding, simple. You don't need to be a PhD, blah, blah, out of your, talking out your, you know what I mean? No. You right there are walking apothecary. You want that dopamine? Get it done. Yes, I won. Oh, yes, I achieved. The vessel, run that dopamine. Let's create. See? And let's release. This is you walking. Okay? We are walking apothecaries. We are walking, you need that benzodiazepine. You need to really chill out. But number one, the programming overrides your common sense. I've been there. Okay? Every programming, even this effervescent blue lighting, bam, bam. I used to be a desk jockey like Neo. Just wow. Okay? Until you come into your own gnosis. Because how do you get in an office? All right? Because I used to do IT, information technology. This I've known also from boom, past life thing, because I just get it. However, it's not something that I want to work on because I don't want to build dreams for an old world, right? I'm on a different consciousness at this stage because I know why now. I looked crazy then. No longer, right? As we're going forth, what happens with these programs is they glitch your common sense. As a child, remember, you used to ask why, 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 until they're like, shh, shut your mouth, quickly. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Remember that thing? Cool. So why? So the law of attunement seeks the answers from exactly where they are within, with no fluff, with no teachings, no of ancient, because I also am aware of ancient teachings. All right. And we merge them here now for the future. So my teachings, the law of attunement, are known as ancient, future, present teachings. Okay. So you build with what you are because you know. No one has to tell you so you don't believe. Otherwise, that's a lie. Who's conning when you have a versation? Verse, poem, whatever the case may be, singing a song. Con. Wow. Con is a bit tricky, okay? But it sounds better to be on a frequency. So frequentation or frequent verse. See? Universe. Uni, one. Verse, song. Whoops. Your entire beingness, your cells, your selves, CellpH. That is potential hydrogen. The solstice is right here. For us here in the south, that's that summer. I'm going to be taking some beautiful beings along on a hike out there to get that. Don't worry about if it's overcast. That's beautiful. There's techniques and ways for you to tap into the grid, the ley lines, okay? Because you are energy, frequency, vibration, water. You are a multidimensional, Bio-Solar-Sono-Luminescent, carbon crystalline being. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna put that in the book still. It's coming out January. I can throw some edits. Whoops, that is gorgeous. Oh my days. Wow. Sheesh. You see, that sounds much more better even if you say it. Okay? Mod, are you able to put that in the chat? You are ill. Nice. That's beautiful. I wonder how your mental health is. Some of us take fasts. Some of us, no, that's a beautiful question. I love it when trolls come on. You know, it's so easy to point the fingers because I used to be there. And this is where we're moving away from. We're moving away from talking. Say less, be more. You don't even have to do more because then you're human doing. But then again, that would sound ill to someone who is also ill, right? When you're in the source, you don't know you're in source. You probably think you're the best thing since I don't know when. Okay, you probably drink tap water. You see things like this. You probably eat meat. Wow. You probably drink ethanol, and you acute poison yourself, and you think it's cool. You call it drinking. Wow, I was there. Yeah, continue. At least we know beyond 100, 150, 200 years old is a possibility when you tap into your cells and yourselves. So once again, this is not for everybody. But once again, I'm not the one talking. Yourselves, there's something inside you saying, sheesh, wow, actually, that is so correct. When you go to bed at night, guess who you with? You're not with me texting over there. You with yourself and your cells. Wow, that's amazing. Oh man. Don't be sorry, it's fine. You see, I'm not even angry. You see, this is how you remove programming from yourself. I'm just giving you teachings, some beans. You might want to take out a pen. Maybe it can help that anxiety. Oh, you see, that full moon just now was crazy. There's people who are triggered from everything, even yourself. Okay. I see this. I coach beings all over the planet. Since 2020, I've been getting busy. I've been doing the work. Okay. You hear that whisper inside you saying, wow, I should be healthy. I shouldn't eat that. You know, when you go into spontaneous fasts? Yes. What is that? Wow. Interesting. I'm clean at this stage. Okay. I don't eat meat. I don't eat trauma. All right. At the stage of the game, it's either you're going to listen to yourself or you're going to listen to them, others. You're going to drink from the main scream, as I call it in my book, because you end up screaming always. Yes or no? That's up to you. All right. Once again, I'm not here to debate with anybody. You can have your life. It's yours. It's your vessel. Okay. And this is what's amazing about moving into the age of Aquarius. We can be adults enough to let someone tend to their own garden as you tend to your own, because you cannot help others unless you've helped yourself. And especially for the masculines who I assist in the conscious men community, okay, what we do, all right, is we first attune our vessels, right? What is the masculine principle? It's number one. If you're thinking matrix, right? Ones and zeros. Give me 2 seconds. You don't want to anger. You're so sorry. Don't worry, sweetheart. It's all good. No problem. If you're drunk, you might want to get off that ethanol, man. You're poisoning yourself. Yes. You might want to just reconsider your life habits, because at the end of the day, you only have one body. You're probably a young youth. I deal with youth in terms of my coaching, youth camps. Okay. That's why I'm Baba Lex. Okay. Because I've graduated, I've qualified. Okay. I'm not just out here spewing. I'm not talking dust. Everything I speak, I practice or have, and have moved on to higher practices because I have the capacity to. Remember, when this energy comes in, especially for the ladies outside there, Mzansi, in summer, you're getting hot flushes. You know, there's also a lot of problems with the womb. Remember, the one thing that a woman has above us, gents, is a womb, hence womb man. This is where man came from. Okay, there's no from Adam's rib, nothing. That's bullshit. Okay, this is for educational purposes only. So once again, if you're moving to the age of Aquarius, truth is stranger than fiction, more disturbing than the lies, because you have been lied to. Yes, you, Neo, and you too, Trinity. All right. Uh, for this over here purpose of this beautiful episode, the inner alchemy waters, or inner water alchemy. I'm a man. Wow. These comments are wild, man. I wish y'all could see some of these. But once again, the internet's not a real place. Uh, there's only truth when you decide what truth is. And shout out to the late Dr. Delbert Blair for that. He's also a master teacher. Online YouTube, you can go and find his teachings, whatever they allow. Otherwise, visit the Meta Center. I'm not any way endorsing them. I'm just giving a Thokoza shout out from South Africa. You have helped me along my journey. Thokoza. Okay. So inner water alchemy. We're speaking to the waters within. Okay. So first and foremost, we already did the intro. I wanted to do a bit of housekeeping, which I feel like I have done a bit of housekeeping. Okay. And in terms of where you're from, please let me know where you're from. Time is moving slightly, and I do want to get through this, but not with too much pace because of my energy. If you are unaware, I do affect the frequency. It does tend to glitch, but also they do not allow these sort of, topics, whatever the case. This is for educational purposes only. Once again, have a pen and pad, or you'll see this on a replay. And once again, my book, The Law of Attunement, is coming out in January. It's independent, written by myself. All right, shout out Namibia. Yes. Thokoza, 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 Thokoza. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to bring you into what the essence of this topic is before we actually jump into it, because once again, you will come back to this more than once. All right. But come back to it with an open mind, right? Consciously. Don't take it for my word. Feel into the spell. Okay. That's what you call discernment. As you become to know thyself, you begin to hear your intelligence. This vessel is not just the body, it's not just a cadaver. You get me? This is a beautiful divine vehicle for you to traverse this dimension. Earth plane, not earth ball spinning. Wow. Okay. Once again, things here you can go outside and observe because it is natural universal laws. It's not me. Once again, if you are 70 to 90% water, inner water alchemy definitely applies to you, especially if you are structured. Okay, structured. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, as we continue, so what we're going to do is we're going to also talk about we touched on it briefly, the solar activity, because once again what's happening in the sun is it's not only releasing UVA, UVB, but also UVC rays. Okay, UVC rays are a detoxifier, a germ killer, a DNA junk, DNA mutator. Okay, so depending on your environment, you will mutate accordingly. Okay, according to your environment, also. You see, but first in a world, because in these scriptures and all over these teachings, they speak of a time when this will happen. There's plenty of them that are paralleling to right now, such as Revelations, etc., 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 etc. Okay, you can pick them up in different places and spaces, but once again, don't take them as is. And let me believe in that now. Jesus will come from the skies. Boom, there's a sky daddy. You see, because you bamboozle yourself, right? You must be adult about information. So you can put it in formation. See? Simple. Once again, the law of attunement also simplifies everything. Because once again, why? So that we know what's taking place. This is why you simplify. Simplification also shows the highest form of sophistication. If you can simplify, that's why they ask you in school, if they still do that these days. I don't know what's happening outside these days, okay, with all of the programming that's wild, rampant, okay? But simplification in mathematics, simplify this, etc., okay? And when it comes to being simple, you yourself are simple, and therefore you are intricate. Okay. Once again, we are engaging in practices and we are taking in programming. We are ingesting, we are drinking, we are all types of programming which we are engaging in. Okay. Whether that's by design, that's up to you to decide, or it's just earth realm, earth school, as we allude to it in the law of attunement. Because once again, everything is an L, right? So it's either a loss or a lesson. Depending once again on your emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. This energy is so freaky right now in the full moon that it's pulsing people's ability to be present. You're struggling to be here now. Okay? Depression, anxieties, all sorts of mental out issues, which now are regressing people to behave as child, to behave like children. Okay, even you could be you, and you're wondering what the, even those in spiritual community, because once again, everything is available right now, right? As we're moving closer to the age of Aquarius, the golden age, though, right? We must qualify, but you don't qualify if you don't know what you're doing. All right, and so since source, okay, which if you want to say God, which that's also misnomers. Stop using spells which don't exist. God, generator, organizer, the destroyer. Okay, that's one acronym. Okay, begin to use this beast English as a barometer of what's going for what, especially within you when you say certain things with hard-hitting consonants, etc. That's punching yourselves. That's hitting yourself with something serious, or you are evoking. You see, notice when we are even with sound, we can hit the dimensionalize this frequency. Drums, even in certain rhythm. Okay, the 808, it touches you, your waters, on certain frequencies. Hello, the law of attunement, right? So when you know what's going for what with your frequency, aha, therefore others, you can attune. Aha, yes. Now that makes so much sense. Duh. Because once again, we've been spirit of confusion everywhere. Everybody, spirit of confusion. Everyone and the kitchen sink and the kitchen sink's cousin. All right. Now, what Source is asking or giving the opportunity is for us to alchemize our waters, become conscious. Hey, hey, wake up. Hey, hey, wake up. This is why we're hearing these whispers of do this, do that, go there, quit that, don't eat that. But we don't listen. Then the intuition switches off. Your dream world becomes dark. You become cut off. This is what they say, right? You wonder why. Why? What did we say just now? Here's where the wise have solutions. But the ultimate solution, anyone can guess it? You. You are the ultimate solution to all of your problems or challenges, because we're not here to suffer. This is why all must be revealed, even within you, and what you are must be revealed. It's either you will consciously walk towards, find out my lineage, my blood crystal, because your blood crystal also will direct you as to what to engage within in terms of programming, ingesting, drinking, okay, not just ethanol, okay, acute poisoning, but also foods, right? Whether you should even be eating flamed on food with the element of fire, cooked, right? Things like this, raw, direct, fruit only, etc. Your genome, all of that there will direct you, your waters. This is a signature within you, and it's all over you because you are structured. Remember, meme ori, information, light, carries trillions, which science now is debunking, which us as ancients, spirit in flesh, breath, spirar to spiral, respira, have known it through multiple lifetimes. Simple. This is nothing new under the sun. That's why they say that. There's really nothing new under the sun. There's only something new under the sun if the sun change. Oh. Wow. Amazing. What is happening with our sun, Baba Alex? Wonderful. In terms of our sun, the sun is now, it used to be a step down transformer, meaning that from different dimensions, there's alignments, attunements, yes, which take place. And through that, from the cosmic sun source, as far as we know here now, because it can always evolve according to your gnosis, depending on which dimension you are seen. So as you ascend in consciousness, as you ascend in dimensions, as you ascend in gnosis of your waters, which are structured and hold trillions of information, light, memory in light, right? Bands of red, orange, yellow, green, because all of them collapsed into themselves, become darkness, black, right? Which is black dot, melanin. Everything, all the sciences will try and confuse us. Remember, in the law of attunement, we say that false light programming is Luciferian. It just means programming which is attempting to heal you with one arm, one hand, but with the other hand, other arm, there is a knife, a dagger, a stab in the back. Okay? Because once again, something is controlling you. I did put it in the series, Masks Off, November, parasites. Okay, parasites and programming are like this, and they episode 3 and 4 of 9. All right, I'm still yet to upload 9. There's a few glitches, but we'll get to that, right? But it's all one thing. Once again, we are seeking to unify here in the heart space, right? Heart, what is that an anagram for? Anagram for earth. Simple. So an anagram for heart is earth. To connect to your heart, you have to connect to the green, which is also a chakra. You see, everything is the same thing but different on a different dimension, but doing the same thing but different. Consciously, continuously. It's a divine dance of divinity with and within itself, for out self. You see, it's as above, so below, as within, so without, so the universe, so the soul. So as the cosmos, the sun is shifting and changing from a step down transformer into a full on projector of photon light. Just photon light, but once again, consciousness. I'm not gonna say that yet because that's a bit higher. That's around the Law of Attunement Teachings, book 2. Yes, book 3. Wow. Yes, it gets super interesting. Like as to what is the sun. okay? Because it is conscious, all right? It is masculine in energy, in purpose, in principle, all right? Beautiful. Togaz, once again, we appreciate love all of those of you who take yourself seriously and yourselves, because once again, there'll come a time you'll come back to this video and say, what did he say about again? It's the UVC rays from that sun as it's changing more and more. Solar maximum 25. It's allowing you more space. If you would allow yourself more space. Remember, you backed up with so much programming that you cannot even hear yourself think. You need this, that, and the other just to get off the bed. Ouch. Ooh, my plus for your kneecaps. Whoops. Aren't you 25? Wow. Scary. Once again, there's also, since the rapture of 2020, this is for educational purposes only, what took place in the rapture was a significant shift in solar energy, output, radiation, solar rays. Seen? As more solar rays come out, you must adapt. Okay, remember in the 70s, 60s, even 90s, even, sun was gorgeous. Okay, all of my Caucasian, subscribers and followers, thank you for being here. Just to get some gnosis and then continuing on your own journey. I admire that, because you're not just getting touched for no reason and not knowing why you're touched, because I didn't do anything to you. Remember, it's information which you must put in formation, right? You must unify, become one, Neo. See? So at that end of the day, it's not about anything or anyone else except yourself and yourselves, because therefore from there you have a foundation to be one, unified, common unity, unity. That's where that comes from. That spell, I told you, this beast is quite horrible, horrible. And this is why we tap into it in the law of attunement. We multidimensionally have solutions for what we are, why we are. But then it's up to you, yourself, and your cells to have the conclusion, because only you can know. No more age of belief, push pull, duality. We're mastering that because we've done that in past lives. There's those of us spontaneously, boom, whoa, it was so real, man. You know what I saw? I was, Baba Lex said it. Okay, but it's not anomalies. Don't be scared. Even the fourth dimension, I had this frequentation with a lovely co-apprentice today at the tattoo shop, right? He was speaking along the lines of, wow, there's certain things taking place uh, that I've been here before, and deja vu's and all of these things. And I'm saying, do you think by this point it's still coincidences? Do you think that by this point all of this is just that, you know what I mean? No, not at all. You are intelligent. Your cells are intelligent. Your selves, CellpH, potential hydrogen, right? What is the first element on the periodic table of elements? Hydrogen. For those of you scientists, you know that. Those of you non-scientists, it is the first element on the periodic table of elements. That must mean something. Wow, what does that mean? Of course, it relates to the sun. As the sun pulses out more energy, and especially this summer solstice here in South Africa, Mzansi, as I'm going to be taking beautiful beings, there's still some space available. Check out the details in the community on my YouTube channel. Okay. The summer solstice means that the hydrogen is, wow, it's right here by the Tropic of Capricorn, Namibia, just here. Whoops, Zim, Namibia, boom, along there. So we can position ourselves nicely with a bit of a fasted vessel, okay, clear vessel, and then ingest, once again, in the gift pack, there is a 1.5 liter of some beautiful structured water, okay, by yours truly, also through my sister company, Be Liquid Water, okay. And this is alchemized structured water, which assists you in assimilating your emotions, your cells, your selves, CellpH. Okay. your alkalinity. Are you acid or are you alkaline? Within that environment, what can take place is either a growth for consciousness, evolution, yes, higher power, yes, yes, or for death culture, dis-ease, dysfunction, dysregulation, discombobulation, degrading, everything death culture, right? This is what Luciferian false light programming does because it is parasitical in nature. It has to take in order for it to live, because that parasites do, they require hosts. And also, they also like to call, likes like attracted to like. You know, them compulsions that, ooh, that addiction that, ooh, you're generally drawn to the same beings. Birds of a feather flock together, that's not just for nothing. Once again, no such thing coincidence. What do you mean coincidence? Are you out of your brackets at this stage? Seriously, you must now grow up in self now. Wow, okay, that means something. Okay, because once you begin to do that, check what happens. Wow. Mm. You cleanse all of the programming which never allow for you to see with a clarity of a knowing. You've never known yourself. Wait, I'll wait for a clever Sally to say something in there. You've never truly known yourself and yourselves. Right. Because if you did, you wouldn't be in this position that you're in. See? You wouldn't be arising. Okay, some of you say good morning. I don't know who's death, who's mourning what. Uh, see? This is real shit. It's taking place now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. It's taking place. So we must now also, okay, be in the world but not of it. Those of us who see, see. If not, it's okay. Please continue. Be on your merry way. That way, please, as we also go that way. Being adult and emotionally intelligent means that you're able to live, let live in its true essence. Please, okay? Because once again, there's bigger things taking place about this false light, okay? Right? There's children disappearing. Here, 𝙃𝙚𝙆𝙆, I just have some notes on this. On the last day of 16 days of activism, I was recording a video after my tattoo apprenticeship. And there was news that came out that 𝙃𝙗𝙖 Lawrence posted a TikTok video confessing to killing his ex-girlfriend. And then he hung himself from a tree. That was Tuesday, the 10th of December. 𝙃𝙗𝙖 Lawrence. And this is happening here, guys. Mzansi, South Africa. And it happened in where? KZN. Yes, in KZN, KwaZulu-Natal. If I'm not mistaken. Just double check me, but it's all over the news. I'm asking you, what is that? You can't say, you see, mental health. See how serious this is going to become? Because once again, that sun, that UVC rays are detoxifying, they're cleansing, and they're mutating. So depending on your environment, if you're taking that alcohol, that ethanol, as we like to say here, okay, alcohol, flesh-eating spirit. Well, that's why it's called spirits. Also, things are able to enter you. We'll tap into that a bit later. Okay. Once you are in a gnosis, not a belief or I believe in this, I can fly, blah blah. Cut it. Be adult about information. Put it in formation in your cells and yourselves. Okay. CELLPH. Self. That's your potential hydrogen, your pH. Alkaline or acid. Seeing, simple, wonderful. How do we get there? The first rule, or the first law, not rule, sorry, the first law, if you are engaging with the law of attunement, is to begin to cleanse thy vessel regularly. Okay? This means I have it outlined in my 72-hour water only, full moon fast. Why the moon, you say? Beautiful question. Because when the moon is full, we tend to see massive tide changes. Wow. So as I was grounding this creation through a dream walk, I don't like to say dreams or spell dreams. As I was dream walking, this was 2020, around the rapture. Okay. Since the moon can pull and push tides, if I have a vessel, yes, and I am clear and have just purely structured water only, I can then cleanse. That was just as far as I went. Until I began to fast more and then therefore go back to past lives. It's my ancient Egyptian life, water, wisdom, and there's more on the way as I become a artist in this lifetime, putting my art as well as science, sigils, hieroglyphs, ancient, Kemet, Nubian, African, deep, specialize in that, lines, shading, amazing. Okay. Specifics, all right, whereby these also, such as these sigils, right, sigils, they evoke energy, right, they interact with your waters, your aura. It's just another dimension of water, right? There's not just 3 states of water. Please name them if there's more. Okay, there's 4 states, but there's even more. For this purposes, let's keep it to 4. There's a 4th state. Please put it in the comments. We'll tap back into that just now. All right. Once again, this is almost like a seal, right? For example, like the beast language, you would put door, DOOR. Boom, I enter, I exit. Same thing, just less complications, because if you notice, sigils are, yes, lines. Yes. What else? What else? There's no wrong answers. What else? Okay. Sigils also create geometry. Look at this as a 3rd-dimensional object. Let it come off the skin. Seen? Wow, now you're playing with me. Now you're playing with me. Now you're playing with me. See? We dimensionalize. This is what the law of attunement assists you in, right? You begin to view your personal reality and reality as a hologram. Okay, 4th-dimensional object, tesseract. For those of my anime and also programmers, I know there's some, if it's a Black Ops, there's some Easter egg that they're looking for. Some guy asked me about the tesseract. If you have those questions and you see this, please ask them in the comments. Beautiful. I also love, I'm an ancient, what you call programmer, but once again, we're all programmers, because what? Someone's about to argue. Whoa. By now you should know here we don't do that. We don't even debate, because water. When you eat, okay, you become that. Hence, you are what you eat. So, henceforth, you are programming your cells. Got him. Simple. Okay. You just suck at programming, or you were not taught how to program. You see? Oh, yes. And birthing is popular on full moons. Yes, please do like the live if you're here. It just does drive the algorithm, because once again, this is a topic that it helps if you are 70 to 90% water. Boom. All right. Okay, so just to answer that question, the 4th state of water is plasma. Wonderful to those of you who know. Also, we can start to play with that. We can start to actually dimensionalize that further. Okay, because remember, within you, there's dimensions within dimensions. Remember, there's such a thing known as hues. Okay, hues. So you have crimson, maybe blood red, whatever. Boom, going all the way to rose red. See? You see, you keep just on all levels. Water, color, light. This is the energy, frequency, vibration dance. Once again, in the law of attunement, we simplify this. But first, let's simplify what we are. What is that? 70 to 90% water, structured, which means we hold information in formation, right? So to get back on schedule over here, once you begin to recognize that the full moon affects you, hence the term lunatic, wow, that means you're not in control of your emotions. You're childish. Okay. There's also a lot of traumas which you call shadow, right? That thing over there. Ooh. Yep. So that's not something negative. Okay. It's simply the childlike you who was told, no, we don't do that. You don't do that. And was neglected. Okay. And was not seen. Okay. And was not acknowledged. Okay. This is what our shadow is. This is why we engage in shadow work. It's not to only see ghouls and goblins, which 9 times out of 10, that's just you. But it's a version of you which put masks on, and masks with an S, yes, multiple. Hence, multiple personality disorder. There you go again with them spells. Wow, glorious. Okay. So as we begin to recognize, realize, and also really walk the talk, it's called a gnosis, known as I know this, sis. Yeah. So you begin to then come from a crystal clear clarity. Hence why you begin to now start to play and look at things like a crystalline being, light beings, because you inner over, under, therefore omni stand that. We say this in the law of attunement, okay? Teachings, right? So what is our everything? I just wrote a little list here. This little list here. Hopefully y'all can see that. Can you see that? This list here. So basically, waters are everything. Okay. It's the most abundant element in the cosmos. Okay. Between earth, the main elements, earth, air, wind, earth, air, water, fire. Sorry, just give me a second. There's a few disturbances in the background. Okay. So waters are everything. Number one, we tapped into the first thing. They govern emotions. Okay. You might want to write this down. Okay. And then they also govern creativity. Okay. We will tap into why. Let me just give you the list. So waters are everything. There's a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of processes that they control or are a big, major, predominant part of within you as a being moving divinely in the third dimension, right? So metaphysically and multidimensionally, right? You're a multidimensional being. So the first one, number one, emotions. Waters are the element which govern emotions. Okay. Number two, they govern creativity. Number three, creations. not just creativity, creations. Okay. Number 4, behaviors. Number 5, energy. Number 6, vitality. Number 7, youth. Number 8, longevity. Okay. So emotions, we just tapped into that now with the moon. Hence, lunatic. Whoops, whoops, that guy gone crazy. She just, whoops, she off key. Whatever the case may be, okay? Around the full moon, on either end, and some, depending on how potent that thing is. Right now, it's super potent. Right now, we're recording this on the 19th, Thursday of December, 2024, on this Gregorian calendar. All right, look up who Pope Gregory was. I don't know which one, but most likely the first one. I really couldn't give two of those. I do not follow such calendars, right? Once again, that's part of when you start to know yourself and your cells. Okay, where are you at? You don't just follow calendar just willy-nilly, because that'll put you off key, off balance relative to yourself. Wow, it will always cycle and circle back to the self. Have you not noticed? All of the things you go through, whether they are positive or negative, hence why emotions, always cycle and circle back to yourself. Yourselves, all right? Which is glorious. Terrifying if you don't know what's going for what. Also, hence why schizophrenia, mental health, multiple personality disorders, shaking out there. All right. Also, the programming that we ingest or not, because then that provides the environment which we cannot operate on a higher consciousness. Simple. You see? So, moving forth, we're going to move to creativity, and that is your creative spark. Okay. That is the sacral plexus. Okay. No, not the sacral plexus. The sacral, which is the sexual also. Okay. Red, orange, in frequency, in color, even in the fruits, okay, the nature that you programming that you engage in. Myself, I'm more towards fruitarian now. Okay, it's been a journey. I no longer ingest meat. I don't engage in a lot of things, even acute poisoning with ethanol. That is what getting drunk is, returning from acute poisoning. Oh, oh, wow. Oh, sheesh. You know what I mean? That is exactly what it is in essence. Okay? Because once again, everything in every spell has been put, backwards. Okay? They give us the quote unquote what we think is the remedy, okay, when it's actually the cause of disease, but under the guise of assistance. Oh, wow, that's horrible, right? So, this is what you call false light. Simple. It's under the guise of, under the pretense of. That's all. It's nothing hectic. But this is what Lucifer wants in terms of the programmer, because it's programming, right? Therefore, it has a programmer. But we're utilizing beast spells because it is beast. It's abracadabra, right? So we are playing the game. We are in the world, but not of it. Wow. This is what you call self-mastery. This is what we coach. But the law of attunement will give you these beans so you can be aware of your awareness. Aha. Not of what they are doing, not what have taken place, not of the Anunnakis, not of Atlantis. Yeah, it's wonderful to have that information. But if you're not in information, receiving more is just collecting ording, it's baggage. You want to become enlightened, lighten yourself, lighten your load. Heal your triggers, which is traumas. Speaking of the emotions, okay? That moon, man. Woo, what's happening? A lot of beings out there, seemingly lunatic, right? Cannot handle their emotions. Why is that? because you are imbalanced. You are not balanced. You're off key. You're rickety. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's horrible because you don't know where you're at. Hence the spirit of confusion. And spirit, as we're aware now, breath. To connect to your spirit, become more conscious of breath and breath. Not breath work, remember. It's not a job. It's you. It's your spirit. Breath play. Thank you, Kat Kaulani from Hawaii. Hawaii. That's the correct pronunciation. Hawaii. Okay. Original frequencies are coming back, are becoming more available as well. Hence why the creativity may come across or seem wild. You see? Precisely. All right. And you may have weird out-of-body experiences. Remember, emotions also, water also taps into dreams, intuition. These are all feminine principle in energy. You get what I'm saying? So when you tap into the gnosis of your waters, you're then able to know all waters, all structured waters, all dimensional waters, all phases of waters. You even are in a gnosis of fourth state water, plasma. I mean, it's your blood crystal, right? Your urine, amniotic fluids, that is plasma. Super interesting, because stories for different days on that one, right? Also, moving into the age of Aquarius means that this creativity, the right brain, they call it, or the right mind, is switching on, or it's attempting to. So those of you with, let's call it traumas, okay, specifically feminine traumas, because the right brain is creativity, which is feminine energy. It's magnetic in energy. You don't have that, or you lack the full expression, or you see, because the impression does not exist, so the expression therefore null and void, watermatic. TN, okay, trademark of plenty within the law of attunement, right? Well, the law of attunement is already trademarked, so it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, it is intricate. Just you being right there is amazing. Okay, so now creativity. Let's kick on, because I can see the time is now saying, "Hey, Baba Lex, Thokozani." Okay, creations, right? Creations are conscious. So basically, your ideas, and as they go through the stages of being being birthed and growing up, right? For those of you who are small business owners, in the 3D realm, this is just an example, all right? You birth a business, etc. Yeah, oh wow, now that business runs itself. Ah, wonderful. Ah, you see, that's my little yes, same concept. Okay, same concept. Because what we're doing is, we are not unified no longer. As we like to say, The Matrix is a documentary. It's not a movie. Shout out Sophia Stewart, melanated womb man. Okay, some of you say black, but also black is also all of the light and life possibilities collapsed into itself. Okay, that's a black obsidian right there. Oops, gorgeous. Woo woo. Sound of the police. Woo woo. That's the sound of the police. Woo woo. That's the sound of the beast. Shout out Seth, all the way from Maui, Hawaii. Love you, brother. Young man, see you soon. And also, moving forth in terms of what waters pretty much govern to a majority in terms of elements is behaviors. Wow. behaviors. Once again, that full moon. And not just emotions, because emotions is a full spectrum, yes? Behaviors is its own little pocket of an emotion or emotions, right? Yes? Do we agree? Wonderful. So behaviors are also part of your personal reality. Oh, they say personality, all right? Whoop, whoop. Okay, wonderful. So those behaviors, should you still house traumas or your shadow, which is just your child self neglected, right? As we ascertained, uh, you then exhibit certain behaviors, patterns, which were either picked up as a program by a programmer, a elder, usually between the ages of 0 and 7. That's where the shadow is programmed in trauma. Okay, because we don't, as children between 0 and 7, once again, we don't listen. So we don't listen and engage. We observe and copy and try and do like. That's why the game for children, what is this? That Sam game. Okay, follow Sam, blah blah. Simon says, not Sam. Wow, Simon says, blah blah, because it's got action there. Okay, children are ripe in that fashion, but also we can be. Once again, I'm super right there because I've allowed my waters to attune, not just the lymphatic system, which is the drainage and also the immunity of the vessel, sewage system, okay? But it's also the glymphatic system in the dome. Wow. Speaking of mental health, see, the glymph becomes backed up, saturated, and then it leads to mental health disorders, hence behaviors. Because once again, behavior will come from your availability or not of certain hormones. A young boy going through puberty, he's got more testosterone. He's now getting spontaneous erections, okay, or things like this, right? Because it's hyped, okay? Certain things with the girl child, things will take place. Wow, you see? You see what we're saying? That will determine their behaviors. It also will determine a psychopath, right? Because also, as we illuminate in the Law of Attunement Teachings, sugar is kids' cocaine and adults' poisson. This is for educational purposes only. Watch this. Yeah, no, you can have just 5 sweets, no problem. Okay, get off the chairs there. Don't jump on the chairs. I told you not to jump on the chairs. You see, this is why I don't give you sweets. Example, very basic, but it is relatable. What got into that thing to make it hype the active? Yeah, you just gave it some nice, and then next thing, where's the jar? Where's the jar? Where's the jar? You can see what I'm saying? You must know this and put the pieces to your own puzzles. Hence why we're here. All right. The law of attunement says to qualify for the age of Aquarius, you must walk. You must do what you say and say what you do. You must actually not human do as in human doing and actually human be. Allow yourself rest because rest is being gracefully present. That is where you receive the gifts, right? In the now moment. You don't receive gifts tomorrow. Try and receive gifts tomorrow. Try and do them now. Right? Receive gifts tomorrow now. Do it. Let's see. Okay? Try and receive gifts yesterday. Even West. No Kanye. Right? And then also, water will determine or governs your energy, right? Because cells, selves, mitochondria. Wow, Baba Lex. Of course, simple. It's right there. I'm simply giving you the beans, Jack, Jane. Okay, what you're gonna do is take these beans and continue with your research to where you are headed. Okay, what you are here for. Hence why when we coach, we always tap into, and it's also in the law of attunement, because everyone asks. We once again answering all of the whys we asked when we were children. It's a teaching of ages. Okay, that is passion will get you your purpose or your passions. There's multiple, plenty, even ones you entered this plane of existence through the portal known as womb mom, womb man. Yes, okay, through the amniotic fluid, structured waters, through a different dimension into this, and assimilate here now. Boom. Okay, gorgeous. That process in itself, glorious. As you did so, you came with information from where? The law of attunement says there's a few beans for you there. All right. But once again, a young 1-year-old, wow, where did he learn how to play that guitar? How does he even know how to hold the strings like that? Who taught him how to, who taught that child how to program like that? Wow. Who told him about, you see what we're saying with this? It is imperative that we begin to see what it is for what it is. There's only truth when you decide what truth is, but not from a place of belief, because there's a lie in between, right? You must attune your waters and therefore your energy, all right? Moving on. Vitality. Water also governs your vitality, elasticity of the skin. They call it aging. Are you practicing things such as blowing out your life spark in the form of birthdays? Someone's dazed you, made you weak. That's why they called it weekdays. Had you dazed by the week end, you were weakened. It's everywhere. These spells are everywhere. False Luciferian light program. Okay? Even how you speak to yourselves, you think you're talking nice. Good morning. Morning what? As you go and earn, you put ashes in urns. See? Earn a living. Sheesh. Now I'm spelling myself straight into that casket right there, woo, with my name on him already. Watermatic. You see how beast smart, but not smarter than consciousness or source, right? Because it's disconnected from source. Remember, Lucifer fell because Lucifer decided that he's going to create his own light, hence false light, blue light. You're looking at it at the wrong time, or it's involved at the wrong time through your black hole's eyes. Simple, right? You assimilate your energy through your black holes. You see, it's a simple thing. It's nothing out there, because as above, so below. As the universe, so the soul. So are you. All of what I speak is you, in essence. Once you tap into your waters, oh wow, that's why they call them organs, because once you're singing the same song, you become in harmony, which means you are now balanced. That is absolutely glorious. Oh, wow. I'll take that over death culture, right? But once again, there are those of us who are here for other things. Those of us who listen to the whisper. Remember, there's that saying that goes, how does it go? Yes. Many are called, few answer, little will qualify. Wow. Where are you? Only thy will know thyself and thy cells. Simple. It's not a conundrum of life. Okay? Life is simple, yet complicated. This is mastering that duality, that paradox, because there's great paradoxes everywhere. Even along your awakening journey, you will come across major paradox. I thought, because Luciferian false light, hello, stay with me, right? That means that you must 180. Most likely that direction. If they're telling you look this way, nah, ma, I'm gonna observe this side rather. Or if they're all celebrating there, you fast, you relax, you rest. Hence why full moon, don't go outside. Don't operate heavy machinery. Blah 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 blah. The women will, y'all will get this because I also do work with womb men in the fasting space over the full moon. Powerful. It allows you to get attuned back to your hormones. Wow, in terms of length of the pain of what you're going through. Okay, as you dropping, throwing off hormones through your blood crystal. I did make the series Blood Crystal Gnosis. All right, it's in Mass of November. Check it out, share it. It's just great. It's amazing. It's actually more fantastic to know not only your blood crystal, but to know your cells. Therefore, you move on to what they say junk DNA, which does not exist. It is not junk, otherwise, they wouldn't point it out. Look the other direction. You mean junk? Oh, so you mean heavenly DNA. Godly DNA, source DNA, whatever you want to call it, whatever noma you want to give it, whatever how you want to identify, same thing. Because once again, in the law of attunement, we do say that attracting, manifesting doesn't have a language. It doesn't know what you're saying. For grief's sake, all right? Wow. You think saying certain affirmations is the key or the bean? No, no, that's to keep you in a light lock, false programming, right? Because guess what? Let me show you. You begin to build beliefs. A belief leads to a behavior or leads to a habit, then a behavior or a pattern, habit, behavior. You see, since you believe in that and you don't believe in that, you don't go there. Therefore, you're there. And since you're there, you frequent there only around the, you see, tap, 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 tap. You lockstepping yourself, you knowing self through your cells. You see, it's a beautiful thing. It's wonderful. It's glorious. Okay, so as we continue with this, all of these is the beauty about the inner water alchemies, right? And there's more notes which I put somewhere. I'm just looking for these beauties. We must begin to master the elements. Okay. And I will check this on the replay. I'll also fill in a few things, a few informations. Also, please ask in the comments so that I know what to do for y'all, because these are teachings. Once again, it's informal, but once again, you will come away with something or everything, depending on which dimension you're in. Because once again, you must unlearn, you must unpluck, you must remove what you think you know from everything. Even myself, right now, I'm currently not thinking. That's why I have notes just to refer. Hence why I've hardly followed the notes. It's just to keep me in time, because otherwise we could be here for 6 hours, where I can break it down slower, maybe for the people in the back. But once again, next year, as I've got the book ready, I'll be available all over the country on the journey, giving these teachings, the Law of Attunement Teachings. All right. Look out for the social medias at Lex Stays Liquid everywhere, and tap in, tap in. Powerful. Also, once again, I do coaching. There is coaching available. However, depending on my availability for that, there's space, because I take everyone seriously as I take myself seriously. All right. These are appointment bookings only, as well as a lot of other things such as tattoos, signs, sigils, specific hieroglyphs, ancient African Commission or Kemet, yes, which means the land of the black. Okay, black dot. You can see in that sun right now, there's a black dot in there. Just check some of your cameras. It's beautiful. So all of these offerings are available. Also, I'm going to be creating a lot of content, okay, around certain sacred sites, visiting, and also teaching about alchemy, not just within, without. Hence why alchemy is important, okay? Your waters within, know where that is and how it interacts with you. Your fire within, know what that is and how it interacts with you. So the fire within, just to give you a basic, is your digestion, okay? What you flame on, you change its chemical structure. Seen? To a certain degree, you even change its form. Yes, you do change its form and some. So it's multi-dimensional change. What it is when you put a flame on is that the element within and without is it removes the oxygen, the water, and leaves usually earth, which is dust to dust. You see, that's a beautiful gauge for you, right? That's another beam right here. Okay. So as we begin to now alchemize, okay, so it's water, a fire, air, breath, okay, spirit, your spirit, master your breath, okay, and don't be a mouth breather, otherwise that also creates sleep apnea, snoring, all of those disorders, dis-ease, you see, okay. Also, yeah, let me not say that, yeah. Right, wow, scary hours. Got to be a little bit careful. This is for educational purposes only. All right. What's going to take place also is you're going to begin to alchemize earth, which is your body. Alchemize the element of earth, which is your body. Alchemize the element of earth, which is your body. It's your vessel, because it's comprised of the elements of earth. Yes? Wonderful. The best way to get there on a spiritual level is through your heart chakra. Green in terms of nature, programming, green juices, green fruits, green veggies. Okay, that is a nice showcase, and also go within rhythm, go within season. But we'll tap into melanin, which is the master of rhythm, circadian rhythm, okay, which is darkness, blackness, or see. Uh, that is in the next episode. However, it's amazing for you to have a gnosis of what all the colors or life possibilities collapsed into themselves means, so that you can alchemize the cells and the self. Simple. Okay, beautiful. Right? So I need to finish off quickly over here. They're giving me a bit of a notification, but I don't want to rush this because that's why we're doing series, and also we're going to be doing a lot more of these in the flesh, as well as some more event type. Right? I'm thinking of other platforms where I can create a stream, so I can create an energy exchange. Right? Because I do take out quite a bit of my time to create these lectures. Okay, these teachings, absolutely beautiful. I love it though. All right. So as we continuing with this elemental alchemy, as you begin to alchemize the self and the cells, you now begin to recognize the alchemy outside. Okay, those of you who want to become superheroes, yes, you can become superheroes. But first, you must save yourself by getting to know, remember your cells. Okay, so beautiful, right? Levitation, you begin to open things like the clairs, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairgustance, clair. There's other ones. Yeah, I actually broke them down in another live. If I'm not mistaken, it was Mars of November. Please check out that series. There's also beautiful beings there. Okay, so you begin to unlock these things. Once again, I do speak about this in my series Soul. Well, the episode Soul, the Soul, Solar Plexus, and the soles of the feet, where we tap into that intricate interconnectedness and how you can alchemize that. I tap into it briefly, but once again, these topics are multidimensional because so are you. Okay, this is why we're going to start to begin to tap into things like back aging. Okay, regressing, exactly, clairsentience, wonderful. You begin to open what they call the junk DNA. I noticed today because someone pointed it out, and I tend to forget in terms of this life what my age is. Okay. Yes. Yes. So That's also a testament to that we're going to be able and capable once again to 500, 600, 700 years in terms of this. Okay? That's wild. Are you guys not fascinated by this? This is why I wrote the book, The Law of Attunement, these teachings of 3. That is fascinating, guys. Okay? And now, moving into the age of Aquarius, what we're going to be able to do is going to be able to interact with these elements. Aha! Creation. Aha! Creativity. Aha! Emotion stable. Aha! Behaviors balanced, in harmony. Aha! Energy high and balanced. Aha. Youth. Aha. Longevity. Aha. Wow. These are pretty much the pillars of which water governs. And if water is all over the cosmos and you are 70 to 90% water, isn't it a bit obvious what you must be taking part in? How you must be engaging with yourself, with your cells. What is your relationship with your cells? Okay. What is your awareness, which is, as we put in the law of attunement, the 5th element, consciousness. Because once again, as you become clear, clarified, cleansed, you now no more belief. You also have clear guts. So you have intuition. You now, from your heart space, intention, intuition, intention. Yes? Which is a clear knowing. You're not confused. The spirit of confusion, the program of confusion, not running rampant within you and your cells, causing cancer. That's what that is. Simply confusion within your cells and yourselves. And yourself. All of you. Okay? Omnidimensionally. Woo! That's gorgeous. Intuition, intention, or gnosis. Okay? And then you can ground what they call the dream. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, you can begin to ground your dreams. Have you not noticed, guys? Some of y'all who are now having deja days, things that you put in practice, those of you who have been doing the work, okay, but also those of you who have not, because once again, energy. Women lie, men lie, energy never lies. It's not the energy that's the problem. It's what the user or practitioner does with it. Right? Just to tap into this before I love and leave y'all, this really retarded gender-based violence stuff. Like I said, the campaigns are really retarded. Even in my when I put it there, I said campaigning now is pointless because by now emotional intelligence, you should know. Campaigning means you don't know. So if I'm campaigning for something where the women are getting killed, the children are disappearing. Even now, there's boys disappearing. We now must still campaign. That's retarded. I'm going to say it out with my chest. I don't give a shit. Because unless it touches your God and your doorstep, it's not a problem, which is a problem. Because if you want to unify, you are not separated. What I do to my brother, to my sister, I by default, automatic, do to myself and my cells. Hello? This is part of being in a common unity. How you want to open telepathy if you don't even know your own thoughts? How you want to levitate? You so dense you eat meat. Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Because your senses have been bamboozled with extrasensory bullshit. You're no longer assimilating the energy for what it is. It's filtered through your programming. Wow, plenty filters from childhood, from this, boom, boom, that relationship, fuck them. Oh, Black Lives Matter, feminist, boom. You see, you Luciferian false light programming yourself and being indoctrinated in doc, getting locked there, doc, trin, trine, ated, inseminated, put in with. Wow, that spell by itself is a mouthful. When you're in the gnosis and awareness of spells and your cells, that you hear everything first till death do you part. From through this dimension until you enter the next. Or unless you begin to know now that we are able and capable to switch into light body. They call it Merkaba. But you even need to know what this Jacob's ladder is, 33 steps. Okay. You got to know what Christ oil is, raising the Christ oil, the sacred chrism. Okay. You got to know these things, not belief. Not constantly dazed in the days on the weekdays. By the weekend, you're weakened. Okay. Do what you were supposed to do yesterday, not tomorrow. It's too late. Because the window between the splitting of the fifth dimension and the third dimension, you've heard about that thing? Yes, it's a real thing. You can see that simply by observing your family. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're here, you are a seeker. 9 times out of 10, if you're still here, you are making sense of what this is. Seeking truth, no more fluff. No more blah, 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 blah out the corner of your neck because it's cool. Being cool is being conscious, is being emotionally intelligent, means there's no more death. Simple. But first, we must cleanse. As you look at these quote unquote natural disasters taking place, have you not noticed? If you just observe the geometry, remember everything moves in pattern, sacred geometry. Just look at cymatics. If you look on YouTube, type in cymatics, CYMATICS, cymatic, TIICS, whatever it is, you'll figure it out. Okay, I'm elsewhere right now, but here now, right? So cymatics with a different frequency gives a certain sacred geometry. As I said here, with lines and sigils, just look at it three-dimensionally. Let it come off the skin. Then you'll see the design. It holds information. Information. Water, right? Wisdom. It looks like a scarab beetle if you look closely. What are the ancient Egyptians? You see? So there's a lot which is right here. But first, we must know what is right here. Everything is meant to separate you from earth, meaning separate you from your heart. Even when you involve yourself with needlecraft, okay, the experimental stuff, okay, needlecraft, okay, think witchcraft, but with needles. Okay, so once you begin to foundationalize and know what you are, you begin to then also begin to alchemize. Alchemy means to turn lead into gold, or to figure out the philosopher's stone or elixir of life, which I have in this lifetime. Again, it's quite simple. However, there's more and some. Remember, once you reach the top of a pinnacle of a consciousness, there's more. It's the bottom of another, right? Hence why you never cap yourself. You never give yourself a belief. There's a lie there. And also, you light lock yourself from engaging or being in the reception for frequencies, okay? To receive from the sun, the risen sun, from black inner earth sun, okay, from Gaia herself, who she is a body as above, so below. So she's shifting her body. right? But first she's cleansing. That's all it is. By elements. She's also doing a cleanse, as you all should be. I've been cleansing. Now, once you heal, this is the trick. You don't stay healing. That means you're bypassing. You don't stay healing for eons. What are you doing? Aren't you tired? Isn't your neck sore from cycling the same lesson? Bang, 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 bang. Different beings. Wow, that's scary. Because I've been there. Wow, terrible. Okay, because you're like, why always me when you unaware? See? You don't know yourself and your cells and your waters. Once again, here are the beings, Jack and Jane. So once again, as we begin to dimensionalize, okay, we begin to know thyself, we first practice the first law of attunement. You don't even have to take Baba Lexa's fast, the 72-hour water-only full moon fast. Okay, we do it monthly on a capped container in a local group on some of these messaging apps, whichever one is not glitching, all right? Most likely WhatsApp or Telegrams, all right, where I give nice one-on-one coaching, but also it's an energy exchange, right, for my time, okay, my energy, because it's simple. These are beings. You go and grow them. You plant seeds, beans in soil, in darkness, because it has all light possibilities within. Simple, right there. Okay, and a seed also is not fearful, even though it's darkness, blackness, it's shadow. It knows its design. You can see the full design if you just cross section a fruit of where it interacts with you based off its sacred geometrical embodied shape, sign, sigil, hologram, hieroglyph. Beautiful. It's a story. It's a frequentation. It's a song. Information through your organs, right? This is how you balance, become in harmony, harmonious. This is where all of things such as schizophrenia, mental health issues, anxieties, depressions get dissipate, okay? Because you've completed your cycle within yourself. You're cyclical. Hence why you have a solar return. Hey, it's just a reference point, but you don't come back at the same rut. You spiral. So you come back there either at a higher point or relative to or lower. So you're either spiraling down out of control or spiraling up, enlightenment, which is the state of being. You must be, therefore make honey. We speak about this in the Law of Attunement Teachings, Book 1. All right. With that being said, I do love each and every one of you beings for being yourself and also tapping into yourselves. We are super fascinating beings. Although not all of us will be impressed, we're going to be doing a lot of 7 stages of grief about the lies, about everything. Okay, take the time to rest, to mourn yourself. Please take yourself seriously. All right, this is the only way you will qualify. There's a lot more crazy things which are going to take place and continue. Remember, as above, so below. So therefore, don't look far, look within. If you're feeling this trigger or around this full moon, this is happening, it means something. Even you just rising and that took place, but you didn't die, or that happened and wow, you weren't. This is all for a reason. All right. Once you tap into your waters, beloved, it becomes no more I need to go get this guru, go stack these supplements, stack that, this course, that course. Okay. Because also entities, as we are available in the 4th dimensional space, right? Tesseract, think Tesseract, as we are moving to the 5th, right? There's interactions with 4th dimensional beings, and they are more likely to move in the 7 deadly sins type of program. We also coach on this, okay? Healing through, shadow working through the 7 deadly sins. Gluttony, lust, just love bums too much. Always spilling seeds, squamalling. All of you guys out there. That's why you're always tired. Oh, shit. Creativity gone because you're always spreading your seed out on OnlyFans and all of this hubs and whatever. Remove that, cut that out, because that's where creativity come from. How are you meant to be doing all of this wonderful stuff when you're bleeding yourself out? I mean, Luciferian false light programming is already taking you out as it is. Whoa, it's bleeding you out from birth to casket or cremation, whatever the case may be. You're constantly being bled out, especially if you engage in any type of programming. So you come from programming, therefore, this is also what generational curses are. They move through the blood crystal and behavior because of the available hormones. So those of us with more switched off DNA, or DNA that, you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of misnomers out there, but ones with less, and less, you were lied to. You need to figure that out. Mourn accordingly. That's where you can say good morning. Absolutely, absolutely. The vagus nerve needs to heal, but the vagus nerve is not what needs to heal. It's more like it needs to be utilized. See, because the vagus nerve is not damaged. Otherwise, you wouldn't be walking, or you wouldn't be interacting. Nutrients and things wouldn't be moving. So it's not that it needs to heal. It's more that it needs to be engaged with. Remember, the vagus nerve covers, it's the highway on your spine. So that spine is pretty much lighting up your chakras, which are linked to equal opposite or equal next to organs, yes, which are hormones or organs, tissue, hormones, and therefore minerals, and therefore cells. See, we put this in the law of attunement. It's all multidimensional. As we said in the beginning, so are you, beloved. Simple. Ain't no blah, 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 blah. Nah. Unless you are not 70 to 90%, what? Amanzi, water. Vai. You see? Vai is water in Hawaiian. Yes. I learned that the other day. Beautiful. As we continue to expand from first inspanding, we're changing these spells, we're shifting these spells as we shift. Because what the shift otherwise, right? But I see in your eyes that you're ready to ascend higher. Okay? There's certain things which you need to drop off. Don't take yourself, don't double check yourself. Okay? There's no more time to walk the line or dance between diets and fads. Okay? Because the window between ascension and soon things are going to look different. Maybe those who have ascended are going to just not be available, or those who are not ascending will just be alone and you just won't see certain beings. Okay? Because energy first, and energy don't lie. Because you see how this is working out with you, those who are in relationships, when one partner, might be you or a friend or whatever the case, takes up a healthy habit or begins to take their consciousness, their self and themselves seriously, they begin to naturally drift. Because once again, environment, outside, as above so below. Okay, it's an inside job first. So naturally, they're not in the same environments. They're not engaging in the same programming. People, places, things. That's different dimensions, but they're still here, right? Simple. So now what we're doing is we are essentially consolidating all of those dimensions, but while being here now, because the only place you receive gifts is in the present, beloved. With that being said, thank you for being present, beloved. Being present, being available, and also loving yourself. Remember, self-love is the best love, is the only love if you would love to be loved, and therefore make honey love. All right? It's not this fluff talk about it. You have to be about it. You must have the desire. Okay? Heart's desire, meaning that you have a heart's intention. Clean, universal natural laws, meaning that you are guided and provided for, because you know how to provide for yourself. You are now mastered your divine dance of divinity within, your divine masculine feminine. Okay, that's simply your electricity and your magnetic moving in tandem. Hence why electromagnetic, or for those of you who go the other way, magnetic electric, magneto-electric, however you want to spell it. Remember, it's still beast. It's all about the energy. Women lie, men lie, energy never lie. Once again, I am Baba Lex. Thank you so much to those of you who managed to join live. We will be coming back with some more live teachings. This has been from the Law of Attunement Teachings, okay? Inner water alchemy. What is that? A foundation, okay? What is alchemy? What are the elements? And also how to engage with that. Just briefly. These are what we call beans for you, Jack, Jane, to go and grow your beanstalk. All right. And then figure out how far you want to go with all of this. Right. If you're even here to play higher dimensional games, but once again, it's not fluff. Once you engage in this, your life will change. It will shift rapidly. Okay. Meaning that people, places, and things within weeks will look vastly different. Okay. All it takes is to select the self and then, therefore, be consciously consistent, and the rest follows. Thokozani. With that being said, Thokozani. With that being said, Gamaku. I am Baba Lex. Thank you so much for joining me, my channel. Please share, please like, and also, above all else, remain blissful. Stay liquid. Thokozani.